Hi, I'm Jeff. Have you ever wondered what it's like to spend your entire career chasing a mystery you might never solve? Imagine the frustration, the sleepless nights, knowing the answers might always remain just out of reach. Today, we're diving into the top 10 unsolved crime mysteries that still haunt investigators. And trust me, these stories will stick with you long after this video ends. Starting with number 10, the eerie case of the Somerton Man. In December of 1948, a man's body was discovered on Somerton Beach in Australia. He had no ID, and strangely, all labels had been removed from his clothing. But the most haunting clue? A tiny rolled-up scrap of paper hidden in his pocket with two cryptic words, "Tamam shud." It turns out this strange phrase means ended or finished in Persian. Was this a secret message? Who was this man? And why did someone go to such lengths to hide his identity? And speaking of mysterious identities, have you ever heard of the Isdal woman? Found in Norway's remote Isdalen Valley in 1970, her body was burned beyond recognition. Investigators quickly discovered she traveled extensively across Europe under multiple aliases. Even stranger, all identifying marks and labels were meticulously removed from her belongings. Did she know too much about something dangerous? Or was she running from someone she feared deeply? This mystery has stumped even the most seasoned investigators for decades. Now here's one you might have heard whispers about: the haunting disappearance of the Sodder children. Christmas Eve, 1945, a night meant for joy and celebration, turned into an unimaginable tragedy. 5 of George and Jenny Sodder's 10 children vanished after their home mysteriously caught fire. But here's where it gets bizarre. No remains were ever found in the ruins. Could the children have been kidnapped and the fire staged as a cover-up? Why would someone target this ordinary family, and where are the children now? But if you think that's strange, wait until you hear about the Circleville letters. Starting in the 1970s, residents of Circleville, Ohio, received anonymous letters containing disturbing accusations and threats. One letter even predicted a mysterious death that later came true. Hundreds of letters were sent, yet to this day, nobody knows who wrote them or why. Imagine living your life never knowing who's secretly watching your every move. Could someone in the community still be hiding a dangerous secret? Next up is a mystery that has baffled the world for decades: the case of the Zodiac Killer. Operating in Northern California in the late 1960s, this unknown assailant claimed multiple victims and sent taunting letters and ciphers to the media. Despite extensive investigations, the killer was never identified, and some of the cryptic ciphers remain unsolved today. What kind of mind creates puzzles out of human lives? And why have we never managed to decode them completely? And here's a puzzle that has investigators scratching their heads even today: the Dyatlov Pass incident. In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers disappeared in Russia's Ural Mountains. When their bodies were found, the scene was disturbingly bizarre. Tents ripped open from the inside, victims found barefoot in freezing conditions, and some with inexplicable injuries. What drove these experienced hikers out into certain death? Could there be more to this chilling story than meets the eye? But now let's move to another haunting mystery, one involving a famous aviator, Amelia Earhart. In 1937, during her attempt to become the first woman to fly around the world, Earhart vanished over the Pacific Ocean without a trace. Numerous searches and countless theories have emerged since, yet her disappearance remains unsolved. Did she crash land on a remote island? Or was she captured, as some believe? And why have no definitive answers surfaced after all these years? If you think that was puzzling, imagine this. You leave home one day and simply vanish into thin air. This is exactly what happened in the perplexing disappearance of Maura Murray. In February 2004, Maura, a college student, crashed her car on a remote New Hampshire road. Witnesses saw her shortly after the accident. But when authorities arrived just minutes later, she had vanished completely, leaving no trace. Did someone abduct her, or did she intentionally disappear? But there's more to come. Up next, we're diving into two of the most baffling mysteries on our list. Both cases so strange and unsettling, they've haunted investigators and captured imaginations worldwide. You won't believe the twists and turns these cases take, especially our number one pick. Stay tuned, because you're about to hear mysteries that might keep you up at night. Number 2 takes us deep into the mystery surrounding the Black Dahlia. In January 1947, the body of Elizabeth Short was found brutally murdered in Los Angeles. The scene was gruesome and disturbingly precise, suggesting someone with surgical knowledge. Over 150 suspects were questioned, yet no charges were ever filed. Why has such a notorious and gruesome murder never been solved? Is it possible the killer was protected by powerful people? Or did they simply vanish into obscurity, never to be identified? And finally, at number 1, a mystery that has fascinated and terrified the world for over a century. The infamous case of Jack the Ripper. In the dark alleys of London's Whitechapel district in 1888, a shadowy figure terrorized the city, brutally murdering at least 5 women. Despite a massive manhunt and numerous suspects, the killer's identity remains unknown to this day. How could someone commit such heinous crimes under the nose of authorities, leaving only cryptic letters and no clear identity behind? Even with advanced technology and forensic breakthroughs, these cases remain frustratingly unsolved. It makes you wonder, are some mysteries simply destined to remain unanswered? But before we accept that, let's look at one curious detail that connects many unsolved mysteries. Anonymous letters and coded messages. Why do so many killers and criminals feel compelled to communicate through cryptic notes? Is it an ego-driven game or something deeper, a psychological need for acknowledgement? Take the Zodiac Killer again, who sent cryptic messages to newspapers, daring them to decipher his puzzles. Or the Somerton Man and his mysterious note. Both cases that seem to revolve around secret messages or hidden clues. Could these letters contain keys to finally solving these mysteries, if only we could decode them completely? Or are these killers deliberately leaving trails designed to confuse and frustrate investigators forever? But here's a twist you probably haven't considered. Could some of these mysteries remain unsolved intentionally? Sometimes powerful people or institutions might actively suppress evidence, protecting their own interests. For instance, numerous theories around Amelia Earhart's disappearance suggest possible government involvement or cover-ups. Could authorities be deliberately hiding crucial information to this day, ensuring certain truths never surface? If this sounds far-fetched, consider the Circleville letters again. These disturbing notes seemed oddly well-informed, as if the writer had access to inside knowledge. Could it be possible the author was someone influential, someone with the power to evade suspicion? If so, what exactly were they hiding? And why has their identity never been revealed? Ultimately, the fascination with unsolved mysteries lies in our relentless human desire to uncover the truth. Each unanswered question sparks endless curiosity, theories, and debates. But more hauntingly, it leaves a lingering sense of unease. Because if these crimes remain unsolved, who's to say similar crimes won't happen again? We can't help but wonder, are there other hidden mysteries happening right now, quietly slipping under our radar? Are there secret crimes yet to be discovered, puzzles waiting to be unraveled? If so, who will uncover them? And will these too become mysteries we never fully solve? As we wrap up our countdown, one thing's clear. These mysteries have gripped investigators and the public alike, defying resolution for decades, even centuries. And they remind us that sometimes, reality is far stranger and more unsettling than fiction. So, what do you think? Could any of these famous unsolved cases finally be cracked with today's technology? Or will they remain eternally unanswered? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories. And if you found these mysteries as intriguing as I did, Make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the world's most compelling unsolved crimes. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning everything.